I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans. And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field. Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We can even drum up opportunities for the marching band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
This game is heating up, folks. Frank squares up like a butcher block on defense. Audie with the fadeaway. She's on fire! Literally, that is. The net has been burned to a crisp.
Everyone, welcome back to the Cyclone Fanatic postgame show. I'm your host, Aaliyah Nelson. Connor Ferguson will be joining me in the studio to talk about Iowa State women's basketball team beating Houston tonight. But before we get started, as always, let's thank our sponsors. Starting off with Channel Seed, our title sponsor for both the men's and women's shows. Once again, you've heard me say it a million times, but great people, great Iowa State fans, and our friends over at Fairway Meat and Grocery. Again, you've heard me say it a million times. Great produce, great meat. Make sure you check them out when you can. Connor, welcome.
How's it going?
You know, it's good. Iowa State won, but what are your initial thoughts on this game?
Boring is good. Boring's really, really good. If you can go to a basketball game late in the season and see something boring, you're not going to walk away thrilled.
Right.
But it is much better than the alternative. As Houston came into Hilton Coliseum with 6 players and lost by 11 points. It was not one team was 11 points better than the other. It was a lot more than that. You could tell. And a lot of similarities to last night's Iowa State-Colorado men's game.
The dang cord.
Sorry, I keep hitting the cord. I know I got to stop moving my hands. It's the Ricky Bobby line. But yeah, a lot of similarities to last night. It wasn't a 15-point game last night. Tonight wasn't an 11-point game. And Kelsey Jones, really well. That's my biggest takeaway tonight. She nearly had a perfect night shooting and finishes 5 of 6 with a team high 13. That's a huge deal for her, much like it was Nate Heisey in the night he had last night.
It is exciting that like Audie and Addie only each had 12 points, but you know, Kelsey was able to have 13. We had Emily Ryan with 11, Sydney Harris with 9. So it's exciting to see people getting on the board, scoring a little more often. Does it alarm you at all that Iowa State was only able to win by 11, or are you okay with the results?
Oh, absolutely not. Zero worry about that. It was a lot more distant than 11 points throughout the game, and it got closer at the end. That's about all that was. I don't think it should alarm anybody. And when you have a team that is that much better than the other, and it's late in the season, your biggest goal in this game is to get out of it without any injuries. And Addie Brown rolled her ankle. Man, I'm not talking well today. But she came back in the game. She was fine ultimately, and you get out of this unscathed. With 3 games to go to finish the regular season, 2 huge opportunities, and a trap game that you lost last year. So really, really good night for Iowa State, especially just late February and all things considered.
Do you think the game was going by really fast in the first half?
Yeah. No, I Tommy tweeted that I was going to jinx it, and it's still, I think it finished. We've been on for 5 minutes, so it finished in like an hour 12.
I know. Think. Before we started recording, Aiden and I were
talking about... my math is way off. I think I might be thinking like an hour 30. I don't know.
We get what you're saying, but I was talking to Aiden. I was like, this game is going by so fast. And then, you know, of course, the last quarter, it's taking a lot longer. And I think this is hilarious that Aiden pulled up the receipts.
I was right. Again, I hate to say it, but Connor, once again.
Was right. So what does Iowa State need to take from this game? Obviously, they have 3 very, very important games to wrap up regular season. So what do they need to take from this game moving forward?
8 of 14 from the 3-point line in the first half. Take that and run with it. Get your threes in, shoot them. When they're going in, that gives you the best chance and gives this team the best chance to win big games and make things happen. They were doing it late in the season last year. I wouldn't say that they went away from it. I wouldn't say that they got worse, but they did have numbers go down this season from that stat, especially early in the year. So go back to that, do what you can. That's been a big help. But Lily Hansford, again, with 1 for 2, granted, but she's coming in to shoot threes. Kelsey Jones, shooting threes, hitting threes. Keep going with that. And Sydney Harris as well. I got to mention her. Keep going with that and keep the execution. You never know what this team can do. It's basketball, and it's a good group here. They have a great foundation, and I think they just want to peak at the right time. Now you got to go prove that you're doing that.
I think we need to have like a Sydney Harris tally of how many times that you've mentioned her, because
it's bad because I try not to, because I know I mention her a lot, and then like I bring up the one thing where it's like, no, you probably should mention her here, Connor, and I get in my own head. It's all good.
Don't get in your head. I love it, and I agree. I mean, I love Crooks and I love Brown, but seeing other people, gain some confidence, have some stats, have multiple points, like it's just pretty incredible. And again, like we've had some people talking about the girls peaking at the right time, and it's exciting to see them string a few wins together. And I mean, they've got 3 big games left in regular season. We'll see how it is. But Connor, I appreciate you joining me again. Iowa State takes on number 19 Baylor at 1:30 p.m. on February 22nd. It's a Saturday, so make sure everyone tunes in. And go Cyclones. Thanks to our sponsors, title sponsor Channel Seed, Fairway Meat and Grocery, and as always, thanks to Aiden for producing. Go Cyclones.